time is running short. It's running short before Bitcoin moves up. And I know some people are going to comment, you're crazy. You've been saying that for a while. We've been going down for 6 months. But the fact is, everything always seems boring before a big move. And things are kind of boring right now. I'll show you some charts that show that we are at a bottom for retail interest. Also, we still have whales buying in the background. We have a big investor that is saying what he's hearing behind the scenes, and this is something you don't want to miss. Hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, there's a link underneath the video to Marx, where you can start trading cryptocurrency using leverage. You can get started in just a few minutes. They don't make you KYC. They don't make you use a VPN, so you can get started in just a few seconds, and you can trade all different kinds of crypto. You can use all different forms of collateral. This is something that you can't do on other platforms. For Bitcoin, you can trade it using Bitcoin or USDT or Sol or Caspa or AVAX. You can use those as the collaterals, which gives you so much more flexibility. It's a really easy platform to use as well. So definitely check that out underneath the video. They're also doing a Caspa airdrop where you can get some free Caspa tokens. I know a lot of people are bullish on Caspa. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. Either way, you get it for free just by trading on the platform. So check that out underneath the video. Also, if you already use an exchange, if you're using, I don't know, MEXC, or you're using Binance or something like that, there's really no reason not to try a second exchange. Maybe you like it more, and maybe there's some issue on your main exchange at some point, because sometimes these exchanges do go down. Maybe you want more flexibility, like trading with different collaterals. There's really no downside to just trying it out. And if you don't like it, you can always just move your crypto back. Now, Mr. 100 bought another 200 Bitcoin yesterday. The day before that, another 89 Bitcoin. The day before that, another 201 Bitcoin. The day before that, 400, 500 Bitcoin, something like that. Continuously adding. We also got news that the Japanese MicroStrategy keeps stacking. They bought another 38 Bitcoin. Right, this is MetaPlanet. Their dollar cost averaging. US ETFs also bought some Bitcoin yesterday for the first time in almost 2 weeks. They bought 28.7 million, and this is the first day in about 2 weeks, it seems like, that Bitcoin moved up during a trading day. So had maybe a bit of a short squeeze, also had the ETFs buying. We do have some big events happening in the next 48 hours, so be ready for a little bit of volatility, and that's not clickbaitiness or anything. It's just that we have the debate tonight. We also have, so depending on how that debate goes and who won it, quote unquote, the markets may move, right? And we also have CPI and PPI over the next 48 hours as well. We made it through one of the worst capitulation events from miners. You can see just a massive position change. This is the miner net position, and they just sold a ton. As we were moving up, Bitcoin miners sold a ton of Bitcoin. And of course, they were selling ahead of the halving, right? They have to get ready for that drop in revenue. So a lot of them like to have some cash so that way they're not forced to sell Bitcoin if the price is lower. And then we have some that are, selling for other reasons, right? There are a million reasons to sell, but only one reason to buy. And as you can see, the miners are starting to accumulate a little bit more Bitcoin now. So it'll be interesting to see how this changes over time. But we all obviously also had a lot of big entities that were selling, right? Like the government in Germany, Mt. Gox distributing Bitcoin, FTX selling crypto as well. There are various others as well. But obviously there are, again, a lot of reasons to sell, but only one reason to buy, because you think the price is going up. And keep in mind, we are in fear. Actually, I think this went from extreme fear on the 6th to now just fear at 33. But yeah, we have no retail interest. We have extreme fear. You can see here the search terms for Bitcoin and for crypto at the lowest point of the entire year, right around the lowest point. And when you go back, it's like one of the lowest points, except for the bear market, since 2020. Like there's only maybe 2 different weeks where it was lower, or 2 different months. So yeah, the fact is that it is bad out there. No one really wants Bitcoin, but that's not really true. we have some entities that are buying, and they know that the price of Bitcoin's probably going to do quite well this year and next year based on historical trends, right? 3 years, they're really good. 1 year that's bad. 3 years really good. 1 year that's bad. 3 years really good. 1 year that's bad. Probably going to get 3 years of pretty good, right? And Mike Alfred, who is a large Twitter personality, an engaged value investor and board director, recovering tech entrepreneur, said, just spoke with a very connected Bitcoin industry insider. The insider said that most of the whales in their network have stopped trimming and are now desperately trying to add back coins that were sold in the 30 and 40s. The general feeling is that time is running short before moon. Keep in mind, he could be talking his book, right? Maybe he's offloading and wants to keep the retail market strong so he can dump on them. Maybe that's the case, right? There's a small likelihood that's the case. But I think for most people, the reputational risk isn't worth it. I'm guessing what he's saying is correct. Right? I'm guessing he's being truthful on this. Now, what's this mean? Well, it means that whales, maybe we're a little bit worried when we're in the 30s and 40s. Maybe it was before the ETFs, maybe it was post ETFs, right? But we did move up quite quickly. So let's just scroll back to the 1 week here. We did move up quite quickly from the bear market. A year ago, where were we? A year ago, we were at 25,000. You can see right here. Actually, we were in this low dip here, 26,000, right? We moved up to 48,000 quite quickly. We're talking less than 6 months. We almost doubled. So some people, yeah, they probably took profit. We had a lot of months of straight green. Then we had another huge move upwards. At this point, things looked pretty good. The economy looked pretty good. But I think we have more clarity on the economy now than we did back then in March. Inflation's continuously come down. Of course, we did have a couple months of choppiness, but now we're at that Fed pivot. We're at a point where a lot of stocks are higher than they were back in March. And overall, there's some uncertainty, right, about the election. But overall, we have had just a lot of dumping. And now whales see, yeah, we're moving into a lower interest rate environment. This is typically a good year. Next year is typically a good year. We're at a 20% discount on Bitcoin. We have pro-Bitcoin presidential candidates and congressmen and women. Maybe I want to buy a little bit. You know, there's been relentless buying. Of course, the ETFs have been choppy, but there's been relentless buying from other entities. So, yeah, maybe I'll buy some. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Maybe, it's not even maybe I'll buy some. Maybe it's I need some because, again, this is probably the easiest 50% gain, 100% gain in the market. Let me know your thoughts on that underneath the video, though. But if we saw NVIDIA stock or Tesla stock or Google or something like that went up and was the best performing stock 3 years in a row and then had a crappy year, and then it was the best performing stock again for 3 years in a row, and then a crappy year, and then 3 years in a row, and then a crappy year, and then 2 years, and it came to you at a 25% discount when it's still undervalued, or it's still worth less, like the market cap is still less than 5 or 10 different companies, I think you might consider buying it. Of course, it is very different than a stock. I'm not trying to equate the two, but just a financial asset that has this much upside, I think you'd probably consider buying it at that point. Let me know your thoughts, though, underneath the video. Again, if you want to trade Bitcoin, there's that link to Margex underneath the video. You can get started in just a few minutes. Like, you can set it up so easily. So if you want to do that, great. And if you try a different exchange, if you're using a different exchange and you like it, you still might want to consider a second exchange because sometimes exchanges go down, or maybe you just want more flexibility in the future because Margex allows you to do things that no other exchanges do. You can just deposit a little bit, try it out, see if you like it, and then if you don't, you can move back to your other exchange. But check out the link underneath the video. Thank you so much.